Hi, welcome to Turner's Take on Sports with me, Turner Enderly, along with my dad, Dave Enderly. Today I will be giving you my conference championship plus Super Bowl predictions. Now let's get started.
So, as Bears fans, all I can say is we're still feeling the pain of the loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. And for those of you who watched last episode, this guy got every pick right except when he went with his heart, probably, and not his head in picking against the Bears. But every other game in the first two rounds of the playoff, you've gotten right. So everybody wants to know, as we get into probably what is the most exciting single day in pro football, Championship Sunday, what is your predictions, starting with, let's take AFC.
So in the AFC, it's Tom Brady against Patrick Mahomes, the largest age difference in starting quarterbacks in NFL playoff history. And I think the Chiefs have more overall talent, all on offense, pretty much nothing on defense. And the Patriots, you could say the same thing. Basically, it's Tom Brady and Gronk, and then pretty much not much else. But they don't have much of a defense. And I just think the Patriots and Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, so they have so much experience compared to the Chiefs team. Andy Reid's a great coach and he has experience, but he's never made a Super Bowl, and he's never made it past the conference championship game in all of his career of coaching, at least head coaching. So I think the New England Patriots will win this football game 35-31.
A high-scoring game in what expects to be some pretty cold weather there in Kansas City. So switching gears, we got the Patriots representing the AFC. When you think about the NFC matchup, LA Rams going to the New Orleans Saints, how do you see that playing out?
So I see the Saints clearly. If you start on defense, the Saints have talent-wise, somehow the Rams have the better defense, but somehow the Saints have a way better defense. Surprising, but if you're the Rams, the matchup that I'll be looking for is Robert Woods against Eli Apple, because that's an advantage that the Rams should take advantage of when they have the ball, because Robert Woods has had a great year and Eli Apple's been inconsistent, and that's probably the weakest link in the Saints defense, which I think is and he's clearly not very good. So if they can execute, if they can get Robert Woods to have a big day, then they might have to move Marshawn Lattimore onto him, which will give Brandon Cooks some chances. And then so I think, but even with all that, there's still Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and that offense on the other side. So I have the Saints winning this game 28-24.
Ooh, another close one. And these teams did play each other. Both teams played each other early in the season, but when it gets to be playoff time, anything goes. So one question we got from our last episode is one of the fans out there, my actual grade school science teacher of all people, Mr. Patrick, he wanted to know what your take is on why the Vegas Knights in their inaugural season had such a great success when it came to winning the Stanley Cup in the first year.
Well, part of the reason I think it was that the NHL changed the rules for the expansion draft, forcing the other NHL teams to give up much better players for the Vegas Knights to choose from, which the Vegas Knights took advantage of. Which also you have to give them credit. They did draft a lot. They did draft some players who were okay. They turned them into great players, but I'm honestly slightly happy they didn't end up being champions, just because it's not exactly fair that in their first year were that successful compared to many other franchises where they started out and they weren't good for many years.
Yeah, you kind of want to have to earn that, like Cub fans did over 100 years, but maybe not quite that long. Let's hope it's not quite that long. So the next Cubs World Series championship. So I assume, though, just switching gears back to football, I assume you still are picking the New England Patriots to be in the winning of the Super Bowl, because it was the Bears, or is it now? Who do you see as the Super Bowl, or you want to hold off and give the fans an episode next week?
I'm not going to give my prediction, but I will give, because I do not know if this will be the actual game, so I'll wait for that. Give my prediction for the Super Bowl. But with these two teams, if it's these two teams, I think it'll be Tom Brady, Drew Brees, probably the two best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. But the key will be the supporting cast, which the Saints have the advantage there. And this could be might be both quarterbacks' last good shot at winning a Super Bowl. Last Super Bowl, they've already won at least each. But I think, with this matchup, I think the New Orleans Saints will win, just because they have a better defense and they have better players besides their quarterback on offense. Plus, and their offensive line keeps Drew Brees, because Drew Brees is not mobile, and if they can keep the New England pass rush away from him, that will be one of the keys to the game. If they can do that, along with help play shut down Sony Michel, which will force Tom Brady to throw the ball, which sounds crazy, but in his best games, it's been when they've had a great running game. And if they can shut down Sony Michel, that will be the key. Those will be the keys to the game. So I think if that happens, the Saints will be your Super Bowl champions, 42-35.
Wow, already going with the score. So we'll have to see how this all plays out. Have to see who actually ends up being the representative of the NFC and the AFC. But until that next episode, I want to thank you for yet again tuning in, watching us. We have fun doing it. Hope you guys have fun watching it at home. And if you have any questions or any feedback, please do send them our way. So on behalf of Turner and myself, enjoy the rest of your weekend and be safe and take care.